So it appears we have come full circle, boys. That's right. It looks like the UK's censorship campaign is finally getting its just desserts. It's finally getting the backlash it deserves, with not only the UK's PM Starmer getting clapped back by the Trump White House, but also collective shout trying to blame Elon Musk for all the backlash that they've gotten, like it's his fault that they decided to go on some censorship campaign with Visa and Mastercard. So let's get into it. First, the Trump White House warned UK PM Keir Starmer, cease threatening Americans' free speech. The U.S. will not tolerate foreign censorship of our tech companies, platforms, or citizens. A direct challenge to Britain's Online Safety Act. We all know that Britain and the Prime Minister absolutely hate the freedom of speech. They hate that it's even a thing over here. I think even Prince Harry said, why would you even have freedom of speech? I wonder why. Probably so we can talk about it whenever you're being a fucking asshole. Let's keep it moving. Anyways, collective shout is trying to say Elon Musk put them at greater risk for reposting the petition against them. Like, no way. Not only are they blaming Elon Musk for the fact that he just reposted a petition against them, but they're saying they're at greater risk now. Like they were in so much danger beforehand. How dare their censorship campaign against the entire fucking world, get backlash. It just turns out, boys, that nobody likes being told what they can or can't say. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just insane? Labor is also introducing mandatory legislation requiring ID to log into search engines like Google and Bing. Now, this is another part of the puzzle piece that is terrible. We don't want this at all. We need to actually really file these petitions, really contact our public representatives to make sure that this is not happening, because if Google and Bing think that they can get away with this, they'll literally think that they can get away with anything. And for those that didn't read that, it was in Australia, not the UK, because we've got some crazy stuff coming up about Australia in the end of this. Okay, so make sure you stick around to the end. The petition with over 200K signatures to stop payment processors and activist groups from censoring everyone apparently used my video in its update post. Very happy to see I can spread awareness to such a large degree. Yes, you can, Chibi Reviews. This man has been on top of all of this information, so y'all make sure you go over to his channel and give him a like. Okay, he has stayed on top of all of it, and it is great. Okay, tell Visa and MasterCard groups, stop controlling what we can watch, read, or play, or even listen to, because they just came after Spotify, and now you have to put in your ID to even use Spotify in certain areas. It's almost like a group of elites are controlling the world or something. Yeah, isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? What the fuck prompted every single Western government to start passing child safety legislation at the exact same time? I'm not even complaining. It's just bizarre. It's more than bizarre. It is coordinated, good sir. Absolutely coordinated. The freaking Illuminati out there in them streets trying to tell everybody what to do. That's what it is. Oh my God, if you are defending the government on this, you are a moron. Your government thinks you're stupid. They hate you. Stop proving them right. Wake up. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. I've also seen some people supporting this that I thought was insane. Okay, there's no reason you should be supporting censoring the freedom of speech and expression, especially, I just don't get it. It's not a right or a left-wing issue, boys. This is an issue that affects everyone. Everyone should come together to fight against this. You don't want this in the slightest. This is a totalitarian, Puritan era style government. Okay, this is literally a global totalitarian reign. That's what they call this, boys. Y'all don't want that at all. I promise you. Australia plans to ban YouTube for users under 16. Now, this is something that YouTube was talking about suing Australia over, but now YouTube is also going to be rolling out ID issues where you have to issue your ID if the AI in control of YouTube says that you're watching too much content that's for children and it starts to think you're a child. You're going to have to put in your government ID to prove that you're not, which is also censorship, boys, and also removing anonymity at its base. Okay, so now you can't watch YouTube anonymous in the slightest. Otherwise, you can only watch, kiddo content. Okay, you're gonna be watching that That cocoa melon, boys. You can be dazed off at the screen like a damn, zombie watching the cocoa melon, because that's the only thing you're going to be allowed to watch on YouTube if you don't put it in your damn ID. Australia plans ban YouTubers under 16, and under the ban, teens under the age of 16 will retain the ability to view YouTube videos, but they will no longer be permitted to hold an account, since an account is required to upload content or interact on the platform. Their participation will be limited to passive viewing. Now that is insane. So evidently, if you can't prove that you're over 16, you're not even going to be able to comment on this video. Make sure you comment under this video so I know that you're over 16, okay? If you don't comment, I'm going to think you got literally hit by the Australian government, and they basically banned you from commenting on all of my videos. Oh my goodness. Why is this popping up? I'm in Japan. I've never been to Europe. What the fuck? Yeah, this is insane. It's even hitting Japan. I've seen quite a few people posting this about being in Japan, and it's saying, due to local laws, we are temporarily restricting access to this content until X estimates your age. Isn't it crazy that Wikipedia fought back against this longer than X did, by the way? I would have assumed that X was going to fight this pretty hardcore, but I guess that they owe a lot to payment processors and advertisers, which is insane. I would have thought it was the other way, but I guess not. Wikipedia also seems to be bending the knee, because they are going to be requiring age verification soon as well, so I guess we'll find out. Australia will push for global social media ban to protect children online at UN meeting in New York in September. Damn, dude, that is insane, dude. No way do they think that a global social media ban, by the way, if they're going to do this, why don't they just ban all children from being on the internet altogether? Okay, and shouldn't it be on the parent to control that? Why are they trying to ruin anonymity for adults? Okay, why not just make it illegal for kids to be on the internet? If a parent is allowing their child to be on the internet, then they're allowing their child to be endangered, and it's pretty clear that they should have reprimandation for that. That's my answer for this. If you don't agree with it, it's probably because you're 15 or you don't want to actually keep your kid off the fucking internet. Despite the Trump administration's defense of U.S. tech companies in opposition to digital censorship, that's right, boys, digital censorship. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced at the event on Wednesday, after the government dismissed threats from YouTube's parent company to sue if included in the ban. Now, while keeping kids off the internet might actually be a benefit to a society, doing it in the way that they are planning on doing it is not, okay? It ruins anonymity for adults. It censors content for adults. It's not a good thing. We need to go back to the way it was back in the 2000s, okay? That's whenever it was great. Before 2010, whenever they fucked everything up. It's not about protecting kids. It's about exerting more control over the internet and acting as the internet police to determine what people can and cannot do online. If you do not believe me, not only did Labor say that they were trying to create an elite task force to monitor adult speech, they said it on the freaking news. So give this a listen, boys. The elite squad is there to protect the kids. UK politician shows part of a law about policing adults for grossly offensive posts. Will this elite squad also monitor adults? Interviewer: yes, of course it will. UK politician embarrassingly easy to expose. That's right. Give this a listen, boys. This will tell you their plan. Exactly their plan.
Online safety bill. If it's just about children, is it just about children, or does it focus on adults?
Do you think that should be an elite squad?
Barry, does it just
to protect 13-year-old
I'm sorry, the elite squad is not about children. Actually, shall I read you the thing? An elite squad of police officers is to monitor social media for anti-migrant sentiment. I don't think 13-year-olds are engaging that. So, is it also to monitor adults? Simple question, yes or no?
Yes, of course it will.
So it is, of course it will. Of course it will. He literally just, dude, they are so easy to just, they're lying through their teeth every 5 seconds. That to catch them in a lie is one of the easiest things to do, and they will literally just admit it. They are so brazen with this, being so open about what they're doing, that they are literally just hiding it behind the smoke screen of, oh, well, it's just to protect the kids. That's why we need you to use a black box in your car so we hear everything that you're saying. That's why we need you to start your car with the breathalyzer. That's why we're adding IDs to Spotify so that you can't listen to certain music. They're literally going to start controlling books next. I promise you they are. All right, boys, but what do y'all think about that? Paper or plastic? Paper being good, plastic being bad, baby. I'm going to go with plastic. I think it's plastic as fuck, boys. I think it's plastic through and through. They're basically mannequins. Aliens come from Saturn, the size of Saturn, come to take over the internet and turn us all into a bunch of tinfoil hat wearing wannabes. Okay, boys, but if y'all want to stay updated on this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That's going to be it for me, boys. GG's. Peace.